Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Donna. First off, we did not have a winner once again on the knife, the kitchen knife block set that I'm giving away. So Michelle Castro, I believe her name was, didn't respond. So we can't keep going on like this. Somebody has to win. So what I'm gonna do is in order to get this knife given to somebody, somebody's got to win it. I'm going to have you drop any kind of comment, any kind of comment. And whoever's name is drawed on just the comments alone, because there's not going to be 10,000 some odd people. So it'll be easier to get a winner that way, I would think. So drop any kind of comment. And next week, on my next video, next Wednesday, we will do the drawing. But if you don't comment, you will not be entered. If you comment, you're automatically entered in winning that knife set. So drop a comment during the week sometime. Don't forget, that'll get you in the drawing. Okay, today we are making up some good old homemade biscuits. And they're made with butter. If you don't have any grease, shortening, lard, any of that stuff on hand, yes, you can make it with butter. That for those that are not familiar with it and are still learning, we're going to do some butter biscuits, and they're delicious. And you don't need buttermilk. We're going to use regular milk. And we're going to have, I'm making these up this morning here with some hash browns and some biscuit cuts, country cured ham. It's from Browning's Country Ham. I shared this with y'all before. Go check them out. I'll leave their link in my description if you guys want, because this stuff's hard to find. The biscuit cuts, and it's real good quality, really good, and they got some delicious bacon. Oh my god, I love their bacon. But check them out, guys, please. We're having some of that with some of these biscuits and some hash browns and delicious breakfast. But we're going to start out with 3 cups, and don't pack. Let me get this over here. Don't pack your cup. Don't go in like this. First, you want to fluff it up, loosen it all up, because proper measurement is very important, guys, when it comes to baking. So just scoop it, just like that. The back of your knife, just level it off. Just like so. That way you're not packing it. Okay? So we're going to go with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? Get that out of the way. And if my arm is in there, you guys, I have a new dog, and she just keeps, I sit down and she jumps on me, and my skin is not the best, so she tears me up pretty good. So if you're wondering what's going on with her arms. Okay, now where'd my spoon go? Let me get my spoon over here. You're going to be needing 1, and here I have 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder. I have 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and I have in here 1 teaspoon of sugar. That just kind of knocks out that bitterness sometimes baking powder can leave. You don't taste nothing sweet, nothing like that. Just get this mixed up really good. There I go, cleaning as I go. I want to mix this up real good, okay? And I have in my cup over here, I think I poured like a cup, 1 1/3 cups in there. We may need more, we may need less. Depends on how dry your flour is. So, but you're looking for a sticky dough. Just remember that. That's where a lot of people tend to mess up, and they shy away of making biscuits because they add flour, and they add flour because it's so wet. But that's how it's supposed to be, and people think that ain't supposed to be like that. And there you go, right? You add more flour. Yeah, you don't want to do that. They're so easy, and you will be rewarded once you get it down. They're not hard at all like a lot of people think. You hear people saying, they came out hard as a rock. Well, sometimes by baking them, you could have a good soft dough and still come out hard because your temperature's not correct. You just gotta find that balance. But I'm gonna do, here's one stick. Actually, it's about 3/4 cups of butter. Salted or unsalted, whatever you wish. I am using salted because salted is what I use for everything else that I cook. Everyday use. So that's what I have on hand. But you use what you like. But I'm using 1 1/4 cups, or I'm sorry, 3/4 cups of butter. And it has to be real butter, or you're not going to get that good flavored biscuit, guys. So I'm going to work this in the butter, and it doesn't have to be cold. Just going to get it all worked in till coarse crumbs, and we'll be back. All right, now you can see here I got it all mixed up till it's like coarse crumbs. See that there, guys? All right. Now I'm just going to make me a well here in the middle. And we're going to put our milk in, regular whole fat milk. I have, I think it said maybe 1 1/3 cups I poured in here. We'll see how much it uses, because like I said, depends on how dry your flour is, how it's been stored. So I'm just gently pushing some in. And key is, do not overwork your biscuit dough. That's another thing that'll make your biscuits tough. You do want it more soft than anything. It'll slightly stick to your hand. But making biscuit, my opinion is, make sure your hands are well floured once you start messing with the dough and taking it out, and make sure your hands are floured. Now you can roll this out or you can pat it out. See, I'm just gently, I'm not going in and messing with it much. See, that's nice and soft, but sticking to my hand. But once I get this out, I'm going to make sure my hands are floured and my board. A little bit more, I can tell. Needs more. But I'm just pushing the flour in and tossing it over. That's all I'm doing. Let's see. We're just about there. Just a little more, not much. So close to 1/3 mine used, not quite. But long as you understand, you want that real soft dough where it looks like it's going to be too sticky to roll. But believe me, it's possible. And a lot of times you'll hear people say, light hand, a light hand. That's exactly what it means, a light hand. Because you don't want to go in pressing and making that dough stick all to your hands, and you do it lightly and gentle. And there it is. It's all mixed up. Okay? All right, now I'm going to get my work surface floured here and my hands, as we talked about, okay? Put you some flour down. We're going to get our biscuit dough out here. These are some good biscuits too, guys. Now see what I'm going to do here? I'm flouring my hands up good. I'm going to flour them good and let that flour fall right over the top of that dough. Now look here. See? It's not sticking. Even though you think, I can't roll that. Yes, you don't have to. But you can. And if you feel a real sticky spot, just put some more flour. Like underneath, you want to make sure it's not sticking. And if you feel it sticking any before you start cutting, just toss some flour right up underneath it. and just move it around. And you want to do this maybe 3/4 to an inch thick. So I'm going to get this patted out. And I'm going to grab my sippy cup, as I should say, because I still don't have a biscuit cutter, believe it or not. Every time I go to the store, I forget it or I can't find one. And my son tells me, well, order it on Amazon, Mom. You can't keep using a sippy cup. I said, well, watch me. If it works, I'm using it. But let me find my cup, guys. I'll be back. Okay. Now, have my good old sippy cup, my granddaughter's cup that she's already outgrown. That tells you how long I've been using it. But get your oven preheated to 475. Okay? 475. You think that's high, but you want these to cook hot. That way they cook fast and they brown. Because if you cook them like at, a lot of people will cook them at 375, 350. That's not good. You want a hot oven, that way them biscuits get that heat and they immediately start rising. You know, you don't want to slow cook on them because then they're going to be more hard. They're just not right that way. For me, they're not. Never have been. They got to be high temperature, guys. Got this patted out. And go straight down. Don't twist it. Don't twist it, because if you twist, you're sealing the edges, and then it can't do its proper rise what it wants to do. So straight down is what you want to do. I'm going to get these cut out and put on my cast iron griddle. All right, got these cut out. Now, I don't like to pack my pan with a bunch of them because they tend to, to me, they get more flat. You want to have them have a little room so they can climb one another instead of jam-packed up against each other. So just leave a little room in between them, and I'm just patting them with a little bit of milk. This helps with some nice browning also. Okay? Just regular old milk. This is what I had left. Not a whole lot. I think I got like 4 more biscuits in another pan here. We're going to have a good breakfast. Okay. Going in the oven, 475. And they will cook between 15 to 18 minutes until golden brown. Alrighty, my friends. There's our breakfast. There's our good, delicious butter biscuits. Now, when I took them out, I drizzled them with some melted butter, a couple tablespoons. Put it on there, and see there, so you can see a closer picture there. They're nice and fluffy, and you can make some. This is what we're having with our butter biscuits. Some of that delicious browning country ham, and some fruit, and some hash browns. Just some ideas for y'all, and it's delicious. And like I said, with that ham, I'm gonna leave it in my description for y'all. But like I said, please write a comment if you want to be in the drawing for the kitchen knife set. Okay? Because somebody's gonna win next Wednesday. Somebody's got to comment, right? But please subscribe as always, guys. It means a lot to me. It helps my channel tremendously. I appreciate every one of you guys. Make you up some biscuits. Let me know what you think. And until next time, you guys stay safe. God bless y'all. And we will see you later. Enjoy the biscuits. And the ham.